What? No, you got it started off. It's your
No, you started off. It's your run.
Yes.
Just a reminder, actually talk about
It's
the
like
run.
the pressure is on.
yeah.
Just hi, I'm Pokey. Here's one single 7 Speedrun. This is the commentary track, and we've got some people, and that's it.
Yeah,
Just make some shit up.
You should like type it out.
Commentation.
how do you Giano?
I can still hear that Mortal Kombat.
Not okay.
Dude, we're already like.
Everyone is.
You ready?
I'm ready. Fingers over the button.
Over the play button. Alright, everyone, mouse over play. Let's go.
Yeah, we got.
Wait. Ah.
Oh
Here we
God.
go.
Going, let's do this.
Hi all, I'm Pokey. This is my single segment run, and we have some commentators besides me.
I am Runner Guy 2489.
I'm Cosmo.
This is Gianna.
And this is Ring Rush.
We're gonna
Okay.
do some commentating. It's gonna be amazing.
Alright, so this is the most updated route of the game fire, and we finally have a new speedrun, so it's gonna be pretty good.
For sure.
Nobody here has seen it yet, except for me, of course. But
Yeah, so hopefully we get some surprises in there.
We generally know what the route is overall, but
Already.
no one's pulled off all the tricks in one run, so.
What are you doing?
Alright, so while we're watching a really long intro cutscene, just a brief explanation of what this run is going to be. This is a single segment run, which means it is on one sitting, and he is not allowed to use save boards. So, anyone want to explain?
And he's gonna be catching a whole lot of bugs.
That too.
Yeah, so there's some diversions you have to take in order to complete it without save warping, which includes like getting the hover boots and going back through the dwarf time.
And that adds like 15 minutes to the run.
Which is why you can't really compare a single segment run to a segmented run.
this is on N64 version 1.0, which doesn't really help that much in this run, except super easy. Still the rod glitch.
Did you do it?
And if
Yeah.
if you came here to watch Dungeons, you may be sorely disappointed.
Yeah, I entered one dungeon and it's for like 2 minutes.
This run's not gonna be exciting, really.
The child section will be, but
Yeah, that's it.
and the Ganor's Castle, I guess.
At least we don't have to watch the lullaby cutscene.
Yeah. Thank you, Cloudstorm.
Yeah, recently a glitch was discovered that allows, well, I'm not going to say exactly what it does, it allows you to skip watching the lullaby cutscene, which saves a lot of time, frustration, and mental agony.
One of the biggest things I'm looking forward to seeing is getting to the castle before night, because Pokey has to go to Kakariko first, and then get to the castle. And time doesn't pass during town, but every single second in the field is going to count.
Yeah, that was probably the most frustrating part of this run.
At least the start.
Yeah, but let's say this 5 to 7 minute mark, it has to be like really perfect. And then if you finish like the hardest parts of the run, then you might not make it because of if you messed up at the beginning.
So you could enter Kakariko and not even know if you had enough time.
That would really suck.
Yeah, it does suck, especially when you jump on the bridge and you don't make it.
But once you make it to adult, the rest is like fucking easy.
Well,
To a point.
I don't like the pressure at Ganor's Castle, it's not fun.
You also do a lot of tricks like super slides and stealing the rod.
Pressure jump.
Stealing the rod does not count.
Take tight hovering.
You do the pressure jump.
Yeah.
It's pretty pro because it only saves.
Pokey, how many times did you make it to Ganon's castle just the once before this?
What?
In your attempts, how many times did you make it to Ganon's castle, or was it just the once before?
3 times.
Wow.
The first run I finished. it was on Japanese, and I ended up beating it by 4 minutes on the English version. That was an old route. And then the second time, I got to Guinness Castle and got killed by the Dinalfos, but that's not bad because the route changed like the next day.
Very nice.
Really good Pokey route so far.
Yeah, it's really
It's
good.
unmatched so far.
I think I'd be happy with that in a segmented attempt.
Yeah, that's actually really good.
Am I behind or are you guys up to the sword yet?
We just got to
Yeah.
the sword.
Or
Okay, then we're all good.
did you hit the lottery here?
No, I didn't.
That's
I hate it. I'm cursed. I didn't get any bomb drops from bushes in this run.
Bombs for more bombs, in my opinion.
yeah.
I did. I tried that and it didn't work. And I tried
Oh.
bob juice from bombs.
Did you get all the bombs from the grave?
Yeah.
You just weren't doing it right. You have to see up and look at the bushes.
Yeah.
And look at this bad manipulation, I think, if I remember correctly. There's one.
Oh, I need two. Where's the other one? There it is.
There we go.
That's all you need, dude.
Yeah, I know. I was hoping I would have gotten 3 right there.
We wouldn't really save any time though.
Yeah, just those two from the grass right there. It's not a
Okay,
huge
those two were
problem.
really close together. I hate it. I thought that I got the one closer to the shop, but I didn't.
And nice backflip.
Oh, my forced escape is epic.
Spoilers.
Who knows?
You still don't line it up, right?
I don't line it up.
Alright, as if you couldn't tell from the conversation so far, the very first glitch of the run is going to come very, very soon. As you heard Pokey say, it is the forest escape glitch, and we'll explain more as it gets closer.
Which is right now.
We'll get 2 minutes to talk about it as well.
Cosmo, you better be taking notes.
It's true, I'm notoriously bad at this.
Wow, that was fast as fuck, dude.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet.
Pretty pro.
I'm good at my own escape. Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah, Pokey actually discovered that method to escape the forest. I was the first person to actually find an escape, but there's been like 4 or 5 since.
And I originally called it crouch stab escape, but I don't know, the name Pokey escape just caught on somehow. Yeah, sorry for my southern accent, I can't help it.
He was born with it.
Thank God there's no owl skips.
There is
With the Deku stick.
Yeah,
With the Deku stick, I mean.
I originally wanted to do that, but I couldn't do it, and then I found the new method, which is coming up soon.
Alright, just to explain a bit about the trick you just saw, because we didn't really explain it much. What he was doing is using the recoil, using a wall, to push himself with high speed into the concrete guard. What this basically does is, in effect, flip slightly into him, just enough so that the game thinks you're on the other side of him. You just go under it? Yeah. And then just, with enough speed, he rolls right under the concrete before he has a chance to block him, and he gets up. This skips completing the Deku tree, and it saves maybe 15 minutes.
Basically, it's the most important trick in the game.
Well, besides dodging it, but that will come to that.
Well, chews are pretty important.
There's a lot of important tricks. Alright, here you go. The pressure's on.
Now comes the speed. The whole thing's speed for it, but... you may see some videos skipping that owl, but requires a Deku stick, which Pokey does not have, so...
Yeah, it's not worth it.
You'd have to get 10 more rupees, and the main problem is getting to the castle before night, and Pokey found a way to do it without getting a stick, so...
I can't do that shit. It's too hard for me.
It's so weird, like, I would do it live so many times that I'm not recording, but then whenever I was doing a single segment attempt, it would never work.
Oh, he's walking backwards because it's actually faster than running forward. A lot of people get confused by this, but that's simply one of the fastest ways to move in this game is walking backwards. No idea why, it's just how it is.
And the correct term is backpedaling.
The actual
Okay, get ready for this.
Damn, that was amazing.
Yeah, that also skips the owl on the way up because he's in the middle of this weird animation that prevents the game from locking onto the owl. So he just gets to skip it, and that was the key trick in order to get to the castle before night, which he still has to do.
So
Yeah,
that
so
was
here's-
Okay, I'm getting the first half. Coco, as a lot of people say.
that trick was called the water hyper endless super slide, and it's a really long name that is kind of a waste of syllables. But
Well,
basically,
It's not a hyper extended super slide.
According to Swordless, it's the Aqua Slide.
the swordless.
Dude, right here my finger like slipped off of the control stick and I was struggling. Stupid N64 control stick being too big.
What?
That's good. It's a good thing.
It's so weird because the attempt I did before this, I entered it because I didn't make it to the market in time. And I told the IRC, I said, I'm definitely finishing the next attempt, which I did.
So you're going to do only half the chickens right here, is that right?
Yeah.
Or,
Did you notice the last chicken I threw in there?
yeah, you got lucky on that one.
Yeah, you did.
Alright, that's a glitch called Infinite Sword Glitch. We'll explain it in a bit, but right now, just watch.
It's basically allowing him to get to the bottom of the web early.
That was pretty fast,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
It was very nice. That skips Song of Storms.
Okay, oh crap. Right here I have pretty cool strats for the first room. Nobody else uses it, apparently. It like cuts down the lag a lot.
Dude, that shit's hard as hell.
Yeah, I just tried it a couple times.
Pokey's just too powerful.
Well, here comes this new unloading trick.
Yeah, I don't get why if you fall down to the basement, I thought it would unload the basement too, but it doesn't.
Here it comes. It's because he's opening the door while the camera's still stuck. For some reason, Link doesn't go through the door, but it loads some of the objects in the next room while removing some in the room he's currently in. And one of the things it removes is the water, which allows him to get to Dead Hand early, which is important because he needs to get to a certain vine so he can clip through it.
It's pretty complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of messed up the dead hand. I don't even know how it happened.
Alright, so, by the way, the glitch you saw earlier when you pick up the Cucko is called the Infinite Sword Glitch. Basically, it happens anytime you cancel a crouch stat, which is R and B, with picking up an object, or some other command on your A button.
Man, I'm sorry.
In this case, you canceled it by picking up a chicken. And what it does is it basically means you're constantly slashing your sword, and that's another effect that comes later.
Wow, look how close the dead hand was to the hand. I hate this.
Your hand.
That looks like you got unlucky there with
The hand.
the hand for sure.
Like, I got unlucky this whole fight.
Oh, you could have got this one though.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why I didn't hit him. So I went ahead and got the 99 rupees.
That's a good idea.
And right there, I missed the jump slots right now.
That hand is just devastating right now.
And then I didn't realize I missed the jump slash for some reason. And
No, you slashed your sword.
yeah, I know. I'm stupid. I was right there. I was wondering what happened. But that I calculated that wasted like 11 to 12 seconds. That was all bad.
Right, dead hand dead.
Was that the biggest mistake in the run right there?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I would think so. I missed the next trick up once, but it doesn't take much time, I guess.
I saw your zigzag rolling strategies.
Yeah.
Right, it's the vine clip. You missed it.
Yeah, I don't know how. I thought I had it perfect, but
Well, you got even pause buffering, which is nice. Most people pause buffer that trick.
or they use take you nuts.
He's doing the hardest method, but it saves the most time.
Yeah, there it is.
Nice.
I don't get the when you get into the water. Like, I never swim up to the top. I just fall out. Doesn't make any sense.
It's showing your angles wrong.
No, it isn't, man.
Your angle's pretty important there.
How come it worked?
Your angle is right there.
Alright, shoes. So, bomb shoes are a surprisingly important item in this run. In most, a normal playthrough of the game, they're pretty useless, but you'll see they're going to have a lot of use.
Oh,
First one's coming up pretty soon, I think.
yeah, it is. This is one of the only tricks I have with pause buffer is coming up next, because it's pretty random and pretty hard. Yeah.
So all you have to do is get the rest of the chickens to get the bottle and then get the hopper boots. Then you're ready to go adult.
Yeah, I have to still get to the market before night.
Yeah, bottle is used a lot in this run. Normally you can skip this bottle, but in this run it's easily the fastest one to get. You will not be getting Rudo's bottle.
Oh, look at that Coca manipulation.
Pretty good.
Nice try.
Actually, like, there's a few frames here in a minute.
Oh no.
I
You
know.
lost 2 frames. It's not a TAF anymore.
Look at you going around the hall.
I was trying to, I don't know.
He went in the hole to reset a position a little glucose.
I saw some guano walk in there.
Dude,
Yep.
if you don't know, guano walking's a pretty good method.
I use it, look at me doing the ladder jump early.
Nice.
Yeah, you did it pretty early.
At least you didn't totally miss it.
Yeah, missing it is not cool.
Yeah, I've done that before, and I didn't. I was just like, I quit.
Oh, that's a good strategy. See right there, he dropped the taco because flying each time, and he slashed to make it run towards the fence.
There's no way it's pronounced cuckoo. I'm sorry to say.
Kuko.
I would say Kuko.
I say Coco because I'm cool.
I guess from now on we can refer to them as chickens.
That's a good strategy.
Well, the chickens aren't really in the run the rest of the time, I don't think. Except for,
There's the pocket chicken.
you know what I meant. Okay, so the empty bottle.
Okay, now comes another pretty crazy glitch that's going to do some pretty crazy things. He's heading off to the graveyard, which normally you wouldn't do at this point. But now time to explain the other part of the infinite sword glitch. Another use of it is that it prevents you from falling off ledges. If you're in midair and are stopped for some reason, where I'm not sure when, you'll see maybe in a bit, it will prevent you from falling. So in effect, you can hover in midair. And you'll see various applications of this in the run. Right now is the first one, called the Choose Super Slide Warp. And watch it work for a bit afterwards. That's the setting up. You get the angles right. It's a very precise trick.
This is a really hard trick.
Yeah, this is the first time I've ever paused buffered it in a run, ever.
I found it and I don't even know how to do it.
Like, I usually hate pause buffering things, but I don't know, I decided to pause buffer this one time.
Pause buffering, as you saw, is just pausing in order to make these tricky.
Alright, so basically, doesn't have the strength upgrade yet, so he can't pick up the bush. But when he tries to pick it up, he like warps to it, and since he did a super slide off of it, he was very far away from it. The game warped him to it, but because he went off a slope, it doesn't reset his Z position, and he ends up being up in the air. And because he has the infinite sword glitch act, he just hovers up there, which allows him to get out to this ledge, and ultimately get into the Shadow Temple.
If I didn't have infinite sword glitch, I would have just fell down. Right here, I'm side hopping over the loading zone of the Shadow Temple, the torch room.
Now you're in over.
Now here's the last thing I was with from the room. which is just because you have to be really close to the edge. I messed up my side hop angle right there.
Yeah, this is a tricky make flip actually, compared to some of the other ones.
Well, usually you don't have to have it like frame per or be setting right at perfect place for mega flips, but this you do.
Right. And a mega flip by itself is with a choose pretty hard.
Yeah, that was a trick called, as you were saying, a mega flip. It's basically you roll into a damage source, shield at the right point, and backflip immediately after taking damage. The timing is really precise, so don't try this at home without watching a few videos first, but it basically allows you to cover significantly sized gaps very quickly.
Yeah, it's just the right distance to get over that ledge there, which is very helpful because you need the hover boost in a little bit.
Okay, look at that dead hand. Could you be any more obnoxious?
I hate it when he does that, like right in
Now,
the
I even get him out of the thing and I still missed it. Oh yeah, I have to get damage.
Oh yeah, you can do it.
Yeah, that's intentional, by the way. He's not just terrible.
I didn't even try.
Yeah, because if you die, then you're kind of screwed.
Well, right here I did. I tried on this right here.
That's risky, dude.
Dude, it only hurts 1/4 of the heart.
It's so risky.
Yeah.
Get wrecked.
You got it.
That was a good jump slash. Right before he goes underground, you have time.
That was nice. Like,
Oh man, I hate this part right here. It's so embarrassing.
You landed right on it.
Right on top of the chest.
that's good accuracy, actually. Even if not the fastest.
I mean, like I knew where the chest was. It's just I went a little too far. Okay, you're about to see one of my favorite parts in the run. Spoilers, spoilers.
He's gonna do some cool stuff.
Yep.
I remember you talking about using a chew there, and I was thinking I'd rather save it, but you somehow managed to get to the pond with less chews than I could.
Actually, I can make it to the pond with 5 chews, but I used 6 to be safe. I ended up wasting the 6th one because it went up the wall. But it's all good.
Anyway, the reason he killed himself there was, as you can see, to warp him back to the front of the temple. So basically, it prevents him from having to jump over that gap one more time. Like,
Which would cost another bomb shoot.
Or you could just jump into the void.
That wouldn't do anything.
To kill yourself.
Oh yeah. I was thinking no deaths for some reason. Somebody in the RC was talking about that. I think it was Elmster saying, asking if this would be a different category or something.
no one's going to do a no-death run of this. There's really no point.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not enough differentiation.
It saves like, what, a minute?
Alright,
Here's my favorite part.
Harold Castle.
This is for all the money right here.
Okay, I pause right here because it lets me backflip.
Oh, I like that, actually.
When there's something else on A.
Yeah,
Yes.
that makes sense. That's a good strategy. I never thought of that.
Okay, here we go.
Is he going to make it? Well, I hope he can make it, but...
Oh my
Oh,
god.
That is.
That's sick. That is just
And that's how close it has to be. And he got into it at nighttime.
Now he's probably nervous as all hell at this point.
I literally was, and I've never practiced this next trick.
Oh, you're doing... Whoa.
He's like, I'm gonna hope this works.
Yeah, you can jump over the door and get into the shop at night by the shield, which he needs.
Yeah. The next trick will blow your mind if you don't know what it is.
Yeah, this is one of the major tricks in Ocarina of Time. It's basically, in effect, skips 2 entire dungeons.
Well, I think, don't you still need Kokiri Emerald?
Okay, it skips 3 entire dungeons.
Yeah.
I've never seen that strat to get there.
Yeah, that's wacky.
Back walking.
Yeah.
Or the side ups, yeah.
Okay, if you're on N64 and you still have a stick, when you go for it in time, and you try to RBA, it'll crash your game.
That's,
Okay, my setup, I had a bad angle right there, yeah.
You pause buffer?
No,
No.
I don't pause buffer.
Yeah, nobody pause buffer except Cosmo, I think.
Okay, I got kind
I
of.
do it every time because it's very
I
consistent.
got ripped off right there. I don't know.
Yeah, you missed the jump slash.
Okay, look how close this was.
Ooh, that was close.
And I accidentally did an extra jump slash inside of it.
Wow. Yeah, he just went straight through that door without needing Ocarina time, Song of Time, Dance of Ruby.
Basically, he skips the child dungeons.
Cuts off, what would you say,
Oh
40
yeah,
minutes?
look at that. I hate that.
Yeah, it cuts off 40 minutes.
Sometimes your angle is all whacked when you enter that, when you exit that little small cutscene.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Now time for a really long cutscene, so we'll try and keep you entertained.
6.5 minutes.
Yeah.
So, let's see, is there anything we haven't explained yet?
We need to explain about the bombs on C down as adult.
Cosmo?
Well, basically, the first time you become an adult, it automatically sets certain items on your C button. It equips your Ocarina, it equips your Deku Nuts, and it also equips bombs. For some reason, if you do not have these items, they won't show up, which kind of makes sense, but bombs actually do show up even if you don't have them. So we get this little icon of a bomb, but it's like unusable. But later on, using some extensive glitches, it's possible to use the bomb on C down without actually having the bombs in the inventory.
Yeah, and if you equip over them, then you've lost them. You have to go get them legitly.
Did you have to plan like your pot when you were switching items, or is like you just keep 3 things pretty much throughout the whole thing?
I had to switch a lot of items, and I took it a little slower than I normally would have, just to make sure I don't equip over the bombs. Mr. was going crazy about that, saying that I wasted too much time on my pause menus.
Mr. Stupid and hasn't done a run.
And then,
Dude, Elminster, he'll criticize you to the end of time, and then he'll just make the same mistakes.
yeah. Have you seen his? Did you see his rupee ridge that he uploaded it today? He didn't have the shield yet, and his time was when I would have been out of the forest. I'll find it real quick and.
Do a run?
What?
You doing a run?
I don't know. It was a high quality test. Okay,
Yeah.
this is gonna probably be loud, but
In conclusion, don't insult Pokey. He's actually really good.
It's just, this game's been out so long, so like the bar just gets higher and higher, and it's like so difficult to actually produce a run like this, so I have to give big props to Pokey for pulling it out.
Notice that no matter where he goes, he has to optimize his movement. He has to walk backwards and do side hops, and all this takes a lot of practice. Even if he doesn't nail all the tricks first try, there's still so much to do in a run.
and especially in single segment after like the whole child section is just I thought it was brutal
Yeah, definitely.
because I didn't really accept many mistakes in it. Like if I didn't get Vine Clip second try, I reset, and if I didn't get Shoe Teleport first try, I reset.
The metagame has just been advanced too far.
Yeah. Too bad that I don't really do any bomb hovering in this. I couldn't do my strats or your Triforce strats.
Triforce Mega Flare.
It's great though when it all comes together in a run like this though.
Yeah.
Yeah, the previous record before I started running this was supposedly an hour and 43 minutes, but the recorded one was an hour and 51 minutes. But the guy didn't, he got the bombs as a child. And,
Just because getting into the Shadow Temple is ridiculously difficult with the teleport, so that wasn't like a trick that most people considered very viable, so people used to get the bombs for this.
and originally I got in using a Poe from the graveyard, which was unconditionally hard.
Completely luck-based.
Yeah. Like,
Enemy manipulation's really hard, and I think Pokey you do it with the Tektite, or yeah, pretty soon, right?
yeah. I used to do 6 hovers up, but since that was with the on mushroom route, and now I only do 2 hovers up, and then I just use bomb shoes.
Yeah, the route used to consist of after Kakariko, heading off and getting the odd mushroom, which is in the Gerudo Fortress, because that skips part of the training sequence, and it would be night anyway, so you'd have to wait. But Pokey found a way into Hyrule before it turned to night, so.
You're wondering why you get the odd mushroom in Gerudo Fortress? Don't. It's really confusing, and this doesn't really make sense, so...
It's hard to explain.
Most Ocarina of Time glitches don't make sense.
Well, they do, but some of them don't, like Golden Scale.
Dude, Pokey, try to explain ass chest to me right now.
There's a glitch called Ass Chest, where you can obtain items like fire arrows from the backside of a Gerudo for no reason. And
There is a reason, but it's because you don't have the bow and it expects you to put the bow up after you win the game. And when you don't, you can walk around and you have the grab icon on A for no reason, apparently. And you can...
It's so random.
Oh, the glitch that doesn't make sense is Golden Scale, that's child. Okay, here we go. Here's where I need the hover boots and
yeah, this is why you got the Highland Shield and hover boots, because he's about to do a trick. This is one of the main tricks that separates a single segment run from a segmented run. Segmented can stay right here and jump to the other side of the door of time. Single segment has to just to get past it.
This trick took me a little longer than I wanted to because angling is pretty...
Yeah, you have to stand in a pretty precise spot to get the recoil.
And you can't... I don't know how this one right here didn't recoil for me.
I believe Manochi's found this one, right?
Yeah. Like the only... Like, no offense, but it's like the only glitch that he found. Which a lot of people think he found every glitch in the game.
It's also a shame that that Japanese TAS came out before this, because most of these tricks were discovered by console players.
Yeah.
And there we go. And I went go ahead and equip the items I need.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. See, that's a pretty tricky trick. Difficult trick.
Tricky trick.
It's worth the time, though, I think, to set it up good.
Yeah.
What's about to go down, Pokey?
I go get the pocket chicken, and then I get a pretty cool backwalk angle. Oh, you gotta see the repeat manipulation I do right here. It's...
Okay.
It'll blow your mind.
Yes, great at it. And although it may look like he's going for the Goron sword, he actually is. He's doing a much crazier and a much more game-breaking thing than just simply getting the...
Whenever he's catching bugs, you know some real shit's going down.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a really heavy glitch in this game. And you can get a bottle on your B button, and when you catch
Wait,
stuff,
watch this crap.
Alright.
Really quick. Get wrecked.
Oh, nice ruby there.
That's pretty sick.
That is. Because you need 20. I always end up with 19 every time.
I'm sorry. Okay. Continue on, Cosmo, I'm sorry.
Right, so there's a way to get a bottle on your B button, and when you catch stuff in it, it can writes values in crazy parts of your inventory which aren't supposed to be written into, and you can end up obtaining some glitch items, and that's like a big part of this run because it allows you to get items like the medallions early.
And you only need Shadow Spirit. So
Every time he catches bugs in the bottle on B, we'll explain what he's actually getting. By which I mean Cosmo will explain what he's actually getting.
Everything that's important to the run.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna explain crazy junk.
Yeah, like one dive meter.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a backward right there because if I turned around and rolled to change my angle, I would talk to the guy who has the typo.
gotta go all the way across the pointless Hyrule field.
Yeah, but watch this.
Oh, inverted camera.
Oh.
That actually does save time because he has to jump over some fences.
Oh, it does save time. But it's mostly just for awesomeness.
Yeah.
It's for you guys, the viewers.
I think that it's either on, I think it was on this run. Like I didn't have to do anything for like 10 seconds. I got like 4 inverted angles in 10 seconds. It was cool. But I think that might have been on the previous attempt.
Yeah, inverted angle just takes really good timing. I never done
Yeah,
it.
I think it's pretty precise. Had a pretty good angle there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, why didn't you get the hook? Oh, wait, you don't need to get the hook shot. Oh,
Yeah, he's
gotcha.
skipping the hook shot. That was just one of the newest things.
I just realized that.
Come on, Gianna, we've been skipping the hook shot single segment for like 7 months.
Dude, I'm so used to getting it, it's just ingrained into my mind.
If you didn't realize, skip the hook shot.
Okay, here's the next sequence break.
So here's the enemy manipulation, right?
Yeah. Like, I usually, I don't know, like, my old strats were I would wait outside of the fishing pond until daytime because I think time passes in the fishing pond, and if it turns daytime, then your egg won't hatch. I've ended a few attempts because of that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Wait. Oh wow, that's crazy.
I just got ISG off of an anime.
This time, he's going to get into the air by shielding damage. And for some reason, the game thinks that he's stuck in air, and by the infinite sword glitch, he'll just stay in place. Watch these shield damage to get back.
This is very difficult.
Yeah, it's really hard to not kill that thing and get 2 hovers into the air.
I do kill them though.
Yeah, right now, he's shielding his
Thanks,
legs.
buddy. Boom. Good stuff.
Okay, yeah, I wasted a bomb shoot right here. I thought I was further away than I really was.
Sorry, but you made it up.
Like, right when I saw the bomb shoot fall, I was like, oh crap, I didn't make it.
Do you use the last bomb shoot for anything?
I used one bomb shoot for bomb up, but I didn't get any bombs.
The grass.
Yeah.
Dude, that rod steal is just ridiculous.
Yeah, you can steal the rod in any version of the game, but one I know which Pokey's playing on, it's really fast with the hover boots. You just press B.
I thought that I heard that if this text right here came up, then you won't have the rod on B anymore. I don't know.
No.
I know. What happened to Gianna the other day?
No,
that's
I was on
weird.
the ladder when the text came, so my B button never got faded out. I always
No.
get that always happens. Like, I get screwed up.
Yeah,
order
that
to
makes
get
sense
the-
actually, but that's crazy. So like if we're not right here when he's climbing.
Yeah, in order to get the Deku Stick on B, that button has to fade first before you pause.
I
If not,
forgot.
pause and get the match support again.
I forgot to get inverted angle right here. I'm so
Not a big deal.
Yeah, it does. I can't help these fences.
He's a second.
Look at that.
Just there.
Half of a second gone right there.
Well, it's more optimized than the Japanese CAS.
Japanese CAS didn't know how to change side hop angles.
I think if someone ever tries to improve this, they'll probably use a bomb shoe to do a hyper extended super slide out of the water on the way from Kakariko to Hylia.
There would need to be a crazy setup.
Yeah, it would be so difficult. It's just like
Yeah.
another retardedly hard trick on top of everything else.
I do try to do an water HESS though, but the first time, like, I barely hit the edge of the land before I would go into the water. And the second time I got it, but I didn't land on the land and I was just in the water. It was pretty depressing.
There goes the big
No one cares.
bad memories.
Yeah, the 10th and, like, not the 10th one. Okay, here we go. I mess up a little right here. I do an extra pause.
A pause for no reason.
You get to stick on D with that pause, so we
I did that on purpose and I realized, oh crap, I need the...
Yeah.
I knew my mind was pretty blank right there.
to trade the Kuko for the blue one, which is called Kajiro, you have to wake up this guy. So that's what he's doing.
Oopsie.
Oh crap, I forgot about that. Oh well, 2 seconds. Ellen was like freaking out about that too.
Wow,
It's not a big deal at all.
Like nothing, none of the mistakes I do in here is a big deal.
that's why you're doing it.
Okay, if we don't have our volumes on, but if they did, I was smashing B so fast that you heard the cancellation button, which is what you hear when you don't have the DQ stick when you try to use one. But if you did this with a bottle, then you would empty your bottle and you would lose everything.
So you don't RBA with the pocket Kuko, just Kajiro.
Yeah.
Alright, we're small adventure time. Alright.
Oh yeah, it's right here. This is where
my
watch my camera angle changes. I have to wait a few seconds because if I went ahead and backflipped right here, I would
Lose your bugs.
yeah.
Right, the bugs go down and they burrow all at once, so we had to wait. Alright, so he has a bottle on B now.
I have a bottle over the bomb slot too.
Right, so he has a bottle over the bomb slot, which allows for bomb drops now. And then
And
he
now
just
I-
got Kajiro wants to, right, which gives him both the bomb bag and the quiver. So now with bomb drops and a bomb bag, he can actually hold bombs and use them. So now he's going to go get some bombs.
Yeah. I had some terrible luck here. Watch this. All these bushes filled with bombs, and I got a rock.
Ouch.
Just bad luck right there.
And some more bad luck in a minute. Oh, I'm on 1.0, which right here, it's a huge disadvantage.
No, you just have to mash A, like, that's all you gotta do.
Oh, that was a good way to get around.
Good side hop there.
I think it happens the second time I try the intro. I was like, I didn't slow down enough, and yeah.
Grab the
That
edge.
pot right there is one of the only guaranteed bomb drops in the entire game.
Which sucks ass.
Watch this. I don't even know how this happens.
Yeah. The guy has this ball.
1.0.
And yeah, unlike the GameCube version and other versions, Link just falls right in the grave, but in this he jumps over it. They fixed that.
And I think it happens a little right here again. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just cursed. I think
This is the hardest trick in the run right here.
Yeah.
Great.
1 for 15 bombs. How many do you get?
I get 20 or 19.
20 is a good number.
But watch this crap. Watch. I get completely unlucky again. I figure I have a bomb, so I'm just gonna use runner guy strats and
Other guy, you let him down, dude. Watch, he's not gonna
Oh.
see up. Like, he's not gonna see up. That's why.
and
Yeah,
look at that.
You gotta
I was
see
like, come on, Rock, and I got a rupee. So I had to go all the way back to the grave. That's probably about 20 seconds wasted, but you gotta take risks sometimes, I think.
Oh well, you've done a lot of crazy tricks so far already. It's
Yeah, I got lucky in the one RTA run that I did. I got the bomb from the rock to get to 19.
Yeah, easy.
It was amazing.
I love getting bomb drops from rocks.
By the way, if any TASers or memory hackers are watching this, someone's got to figure out what causes bomb drops. Like exactly what the factors are, because we're all very curious.
Okay.
Yeah.
It probably just doesn't make any sense, dude.
See, I had to just regularly walk because I didn't want to talk to the those brothers. Okay, here's something I tried to do, but it. Holy crap. Okay, never mind.
Trying to be a fancy.
I just had the version 9.1.1 version of iTunes. I don't know why I'm on iTunes, but okay, watch this.
You did the.
No.
Oh, that sucks.
So close, but and then to make it worse, I missed the super slide. This is the one of the only super slides I missed.
so a super slide is basically drop a bomb, roll into its shield, pick it up, all with proper timing. And as you can see, it makes you go very, very fast.
The trick he was trying to do would have mega flipped into the water and then came out of it with the same speed. And that would have been the same speed as the super slide. It's called a Hess.
Okay, right there, I tried to switch my ESS angle, but I didn't get
It's
it.
okay.
It was still good though. You got the ESS to help out.
Okay, this trick I messed up.
This is called a pressure jump. Oh,
I don't know how he didn't go over, it just didn't.
Actually, wait. Pressure jump saves more time than trying to use no hook shot, right?
Yeah.
Nice. That's actually really, I want to say tricky trick again, but
Tricky.
it is a tricky trick.
Yeah, it's pretty precise.
Okay, I sort of mashed slow right here. If this takes because oh, why did I roll?
Can't match B.
Yeah, if you mash B, then you're gonna lose your. Is it quiver or bomb drops? Or quiver?
No, your bomb back goes to 20 or 30, I think, or 20.
Do you lose your quiver?
I don't know. Cosmo has to answer that.
I forgot exactly what happens, but you obviously don't wanna. You don't want to lose your bombs here.
Yeah, there's like one frame that if you press B on, then you're gonna lose it.
Alright, now it's a race against the clock, and the clock is very, very generous.
Yeah.
How much time do you have at the end? Like, over 2 minutes?
I don't think it's over. I don't know if it's over 2 minutes because I don't have the hook shot here.
Oh, yeah.
I have to do
Oh
this.
right, yeah, I forgot.
I have to do this.
The boulder.
What's nice about going through Goron City and Death Mountain backwards is you don't have to watch the intro cutscenes. Like the first time you enter an area.
Yeah, that's true, too.
Ellen was saying that my movement wasn't good enough in here. That doesn't make any sense. What?
Are you gonna beat the boulder, Pokey? No, you just rolled into the wall.
I didn't want to roll.
Well, you almost
Oh,
did.
right.
Dude,
Oh.
you should use your runner guy strat right there.
I didn't want to get hurt. I don't know.
I can get pretty... I mean, if I'm not beating the border, I'm right on top of it every time.
Alright.
I don't really try to beat the boulder. Hey, runner guy, you're gonna be jealous of what I do here.
Dude, chill.
Awesome.
I'll jump first try.
It's a pretty tricky trick. You have to.
And look at me roll too. Okay, right here, for some reason, the lady doesn't take the mushroom the first time, so it's faster if you just,
You have to pull it twice. It's just some weird glitch. I don't know.
Yeah, for people that don't know, I messed up with the hardest segment in the game by missing that jump to the roof.
and it
It's
was,
like the end.
yeah.
Well, I think you would have been more angry if you did that and then you had to redo the run.
That's true, too. That's kind of good.
In case you didn't realize, no one ever finishes run. Why is such a miracle?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why Pokey deserves big credit here.
Yeah.
I've been
I
doing
know
this,
somebody else is gonna do this run.
I've been doing this run for 7 months.
Mhm.
It's about
The old
changes.
strat here was to actually buy arrows, but Pokey's using a new strat that we figured out to get arrow drops.
I wouldn't have done it, but it's not time to watch this. This has made me just so depressed.
He's going for it again.
And guess what happens? How does that happen?
Oh.
Yeah, then my ankle's all
Dude, so close. So close.
my ankle's all messed up right here.
At least you got the super slide.
I was like, just
Your angle's kind of wacky.
yeah, I know. ESS to victory.
Nice.
No.
And I try to change it again, and yeah. Okay, I'm pressure jumping again.
This little section of the run, you kind of twice. Because you have to go back and talk to the person.
You get double the practice.
Nice pressure jump. Pressure jumping is actually surprisingly hard, and he just got it 2 out of 3 times. It's really good.
Yeah. I do it like different than everybody else because most people stand up right beside where you jump, and I stand like so far away.
Good work.
Everybody stop us.
Okay, we have There's 43 minutes left in this video, but that's 11 minutes, or 11 to 30 minutes. So,
Yeah, we're talking through the final cutscene. You bet.
Oh god.
Angle's kind of as you can tell.
By the way, the run ends as soon as you deliver the final blow on Ganon, not at the end of the cutscene. So,
I timed it. I don't know if it's good timing, but I timed it from the first room I saw Link moving, and the first room it showed the Ganon dying cutscene, and I got 1 hour, 16 minutes, and 54 seconds. But I don't know if that's good timing or not. But
Well, what were you aiming for just like a month ago? You're aiming for like 120.
yeah, and
Yeah, so that's a pretty good accomplishment.
I had to end my hearts. And like we went to like go over to 130. I was trying to do the side hop over the. Yeah.
We still find new glitches like weekly. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much stuff there is in this game. Like, the run you're watching here is...
This thing is cursed, just so you know.
Yeah, I hate this jump. It never works for me either. I don't understand.
Yeah, that jump's like really...
He's trying to skip blowing up the boulder, but it's not working out too well.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it's so frustrating. There's no method of jumping on. I'd hate to end a segmented attempt because of that.
I think
Okay, there's a trick here where if you mash B really fast, then you're going to skip a little bit of the text for the magic, and it didn't work for me. How does that happen?
Dude, that text I run your fucking dreams, dude.
I had that first. I had a little bit of bad luck, but it's all good.
The wall scuttle is the hardest part of the run right here.
Okay, right here I'm gonna do the RBA glitch, and I'm gonna get the songs. I'm gonna get songs, and the ones I need are Zola's Lullaby, which lets me get magic, and Prelude, which lets me work back to the Temple of Time whenever I want to.
Are you gonna do a lot?
So because the poacher's saw is on C, right? It's pointing to a certain memory address where the songs are stored, and he caught a bug, which writes the value of the bug, where the songs are, which is, basically it hits a bunch of flags and turns them on. So now he can play this song right here, and he can warp.
Yeah.
Alright, so the reason he has to talk to this giant prostitute is because and he needs to use light arrows. He needs to go again. Sword.
Yeah, and I still have to get arrow drops somewhere, which you'll see where I get them from. No spoilers, but you'll see where I get them from soon. Well, not really soon, but in like 20 minutes, I guess.
Pretty much the whole adult section is just setting up to be able to defeat Ganondorf and get the light arrows.
Skipping the light arrows is probably never going to happen along with magic, but skipping those two items are kind of like the holy grail of this game. I personally don't see it ever happening, but this is pretty impressive how far we've come.
I don't want to see it happen.
Yeah, the run would be so degenerate if we didn't have light arrows.
I don't want to see a single segment without getting hover boots and bomb shoes. I don't.
I know Ackroyd's messing with trying to warp using grottos and like trick the game with dumping him right into the final Ganon battle as a kid. I don't think it'll ever happen, but that would delight us.
Dude, if anybody can make it happen, I can make it happen.
My friend, I'm just gonna say that his Master Sword cut or warping thing. My friend was wait, hold on. Okay, so let's just be me. Your run was amazing, very well done. I was very impressed how many complicated tricks he pulled off, and just general optimization was like side hopping. Happy face. But
Well,
yeah, he was using cheats, and sorry, I was just reading what he said. He went through the from Goron City to Lost Woods, and he said he ended up in Guido Valley for some reason. Which at first I thought he was lying, but he might have had the Master Sword on B due to cheats. I don't know.
I'm sure it's cheats only though. I doubt we'll ever figure it out.
Another super slide. Super slide, how many frames do you have for it?
Like 6.
Yeah.
6, which is converts to 2 in real money though, so it's like 2 frames.
Oh yeah, real frames, yeah. Okay, right here, since it's single segment, I just paused real quick so I can change my angle.
Dude, you're on 64. Come on now.
Dude, I've never tried that before.
You never changed your angles in ASS?
No. I've done it like, I did it like 3 times before this run when I was practicing. I was doing ESS for 6K.
Okay, you need your first mask in your life.
Very specific stick position, so it's a bit hard to change angles.
It's even harder for me because I'm a GameCube.
Oh yeah, don't even bother on GameCube.
Alright, now it's time to get across that bridge.
This is the second super slide on this. I don't know why, but I'm so used to doing the Spirit Temple scene. I'm used to pause. I'm used to pausing like right when I get the super slide. It's just a nasty habit.
Ground jump.
Yeah. And like right here, I wasn't sure if I got it yet or not because it looks exactly like the failed one.
Yeah, it does.
So.
There we go. Woo!
Okay, right here, if you mash really fast,
It's GG.
it'll freeze your game.
Just so I don't get it at all.
You guys are like telling me these glitches make sense.
Every glitch makes sense.
Alright, so what he just, that bow swap right there gave him the Shadow and Spirit medallion. Was that basically...
The cash did.
Yeah, the catch of the bugs gave the shadows. You can see the medallions.
Oh crap. Why did I do that? Because I called the bugs.
So now, when he plays the prelude, it's going to take him to the Temple of Time, but Zelda's going to show up because it thinks he beat all the dungeons. Because usually in like natural route gameplay, you're going to need to beat the fire, forest, and water temples in order to get into the Shadow Temple anyway. And to get to the spirit, and like the spirit one's left over, so they only check for the 2 medallions. And using the bottle stuff, it's possible to get the medallions, which causes this cutscene to happen.
Alright, so now comes another really long cutscene.
Yeah, this one's unexceptionally long.
Another 6.5 minute cutscene.
Yeah, the run is kind of broken up into 3 segments: the child segment, the adult segment, and like the post-light arrow segment.
This run is like almost 117. How much of it do you think is cutscene?
It used to be a lot before, so it's a little light cutscene skipped.
Yeah, thankfully we found out how to get bomb shoes from the well without Zelda's lullaby.
It's time to go watch some TV.
That's what I always did. That's what I did when I was a kid.
What do you do? What do you do during like these cutscenes, Pokey? Do you just sit there and watch it?
Well, like half of it you don't need to mash, so I was talking on the chat for most of it. Like,
I think I actually caught the tail end of you talking. You were like saying, you're like nearing Ganon, you were asking if you should use a light arrow or something.
Yeah, apparently I was had caps on, but I was too nervous to take it off, and I was like spamming.
Did Clydestorm kick you?
He wasn't on, thankfully.
Alright, so... yeah, it's a long cutscene. Want to plug for CSR right now?
Nah, ZSR, nah.
We don't have to.
Like,
CSR is fine if you know what it is. Yeah. If you don't know what it is, I pity you.
a lot of people on SDA don't like ZSR because we were the let's kill those people from 448 for charity, of course. Though.
Hey, we don't even care.
Hey, only Annie and I are the ones who remain there.
Hey, I was there. It's just my stream was bad.
Hey, I was there too, but my stream was worse.
No, did your stream work at all?
Like 1 frame a second.
My stream would work for like 5 seconds, and then it would cut. Then it'd go back on like 20 seconds later. And we ended up losing like 20 minutes because of me.
Pokey, you gonna main Majora's Mask after this?
I'm gonna make some Donkey Kong for Game Boy.
What?
Donkey Kong for Game Boy.
You mean Donkey Kong for 64, right?
No.
That's what I said, dude.
Dude, the CF glitch doesn't work.
Yep, which works. Yeah, we're talking about Donkey Kong 64. Yep.
Like, but it was so creepy the time that you told me, you said, I'll give you my CF clipping powers, and I got it my next try.
If you didn't know, Ring Rush doesn't play this game, he just makes routes for it.
He should have read his intro that he wrote in the chat.
If you ever need a route for Ocarina of Time, you know who to look for.
If you ever need a route for any game, you know who to look for.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so just to talk about the people here. Cosmo, really good Ocarina of Time player. Discovered a lot about RBA, that's thing to fame. Say hi, Cosmo.
Hey, what's going on? That was
Beyond-
me, 2007, Forest Gate. Alright.
Alright, Gano, he has the Majora's Mask run on Speed Demos Archive, single segment if you've seen it. He's just an awesome person, he's good at Melee, so is Cosmo, and what else?
Geno's the best in the world at Majora's Mask.
Woohoo.
And he has the Twilight Princess world record too.
No, nobody else plays Majora's Mask. If you're listening to this, go play it right now.
Alright, we have Brother Guy, who is another extremely good Ocarina of Time player. He's working on the segment speedrun, and he is
Starting over again.
Runner Guy's the best.
Starting over again because you're telling me stuff that happens every week.
Yeah.
Runner Guy's the best around. Nothing's gonna ever bring him down.
and
I'll
then
finish it this time.
and then there's me, who doesn't really do much with Ocarina of Time but make routes. But I also have a Button Shadows Origin speedrun, and I'm #1 and Sonic and the Secret Ring, two completely random games. So you're not qualified to be here, but I'm here anyway.
No, you provide good commentary. It's all good.
Yeah, did you introduce me or no, or what?
Yeah, you can introduce yourself.
Well, just wanted to...
Howdy y'all, I'm Pokey.
Yeah, I'm Southern, so yeah. I get made fun of a lot, but we're doing
No,
a bunch of Ocarina of Time speedruns. Been doing a bunch of ILs and
He's like the best in like the really hard tricks.
yeah, I do a bunch of TAS only tricks on console.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Pokey, why did you quit the race yesterday?
Cause I was bored, I don't know.
He's just like, I quit, I'm bored out of my mind.
Then I left.
What were you thinking, buddy?
Well,
Cosmo like destroyed all of us.
I was on his
It's because you guys didn't know that you
Guys.
just did the slingshot.
I was on 64. I had no chance.
First, this stream is also commentary is being recorded by Annie Gauzers, who plays Mystical Ninja, a bit of Donkey Kong 64. He's pretty
And
good.
he's really good at Wind Waker.
He's
Yeah.
good with-
He's really, really good at Wind Waker.
Okay. And then it's streamed by Zero GX or Twilight SDA or Prince of Hyrule,
I know.
whatever you like to call him.
So yeah, thanks Annie Gauzers for recording this commentary, so viewers like you can listen to it. Because we're
Alright, here we go. We're back to gameplay now. And
Okay.
I believe Pokey is duping over the light arrows to get drops later.
Did the light arrow cutscene give him his Master Sword back?
No, he
no.
flipped it.
Okay.
I would have had one attempt. I had Ocarina on B somehow.
Because you had it on Right Sea's child.
Yeah, I don't know why I had it on C since it's not necessary, but
Alright, so by duping over the light arrows, it actually put a bottle in his regular fairy bow slot, which enables drops, which he needs because he didn't buy them.
enabled arrow drops.
Right.
He used RBA to get a quiver earlier in the run. So basically, now that he has a quiver and he has a bottle in the bow slot, the game thinks it's perfectly okay to just give arrow drops, which he needs to use light arrows, which he needs to kill the game.
Yeah, unfortunately, Ganondorf's this big barrier that can only be taken out by light arrows.
It's not that big of a deal. It's like, oh no, we can only beat this game in an hour.
It's true. It's actually quite a miracle that all these things came together. Forest escape, Dora time skip, and reverse battle adventure to get all these items.
Yeah, it's just all
Don't forget Triforce Mega Flip.
it's only the best trick in the game.
Well, besides the pulling a slide, but
You pulling a slide.
In case you didn't realize, viewers, these are joke tricks. Don't actually try them, or don't think them.
Alright, so because he has light arrows and 2 medallions, the bridge shows up, which is very convenient.
I mean, he doesn't have to cover over the gap.
Alright, so we're in Ganon's castle now, and
Alright,
Please say staircase.
this thing right here is you can skip.
Don't
There's
staircase.
6 trials, basically, that kind of resemble the 6 medallions, but there's a way right here to skip it. This is a pretty old trick. A lot of people doing this might recognize this.
I think Manatees did this.
Well, you didn't.
Right, that's I'm pretty sure.
I know, I think Manatees did this in his run.
Oh, right.
I didn't do the staircase method because, you know,
Yeah. With Pokey staircase, it's really, really easy.
I have another trick named after me, what?
Yeah, the Pokey staircase.
Okay,
Right, so he was able to get out of that room without loading the room, and that big barrier is just an object which doesn't get loaded.
okay, you're about to eat your mom right here. I'm not very good at quick spins on N64, but so I just
Charge up.
Nice.
Good shit. This is like pro gameplay, dude.
wait for it.
Oh yeah, you gotta remember, this is near the end of the run, and like, he can die really easily. There,
Look at
I
that.
see.
Look at that. Is your mind not blown?
Oh, you just got arrows.
I've never gotten those from Donalfo's.
Yeah, there's a lot of rare drops in this game.
Ah, crap.
Where were you gonna get the arrows from?
There's a
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, there's a
God.
pot in the boss room.
This takes time to actually Xanathos and all that.
Man.
So he has 2 HP, and if you get hit by the Skullful's jump slash, that's game over.
Yeah, and if I get hit by the R knuckles at all, it's game over.
Oh man. Oh my god.
No, you won't see anything until later on.
You've seen a lot in the run, he's crouched and stabbed. Well, besides you being used to sword glitch, crouch stabbing does as much damage as last sword swing. So if you do a jump slash before and then crouch stab, your crouch stab will be as powerful as a jump.
I don't know
Right.
why I got that hard. I just feel insecure with 2 hearts.
Even though it's still dying 1 hit to everything.
Yeah.
Okay,
Look,
look at my crazy strats here.
Oh my god. What do you
if you
think?
get yeah, so he just rolled in. Wow. Wow.
It's in a single second.
You can thank me later. Okay, right here, I stalled right here because he was the target, the other dying one, so. And watch this.
Oh, was that roll
Oh
like
my
sand
God.
or something?
That is amazing.
I'm not gonna do both of them at the same time. I'm not good at that. It's too risky.
Yeah,
That's
really
not risky at all.
An hour into the run, of course you're not going to do both at the same time.
Hey, possible improvements in the future.
If you think about how much stuff he's done up this point, thing.
Okay, this is where you would normally get arrow drops.
Yeah, there's some pots right here.
But he saved time by getting arrows from the tile.
Yeah.
Okay,
The one lucky thing you did get.
I have some terrible luck at Ganondorf. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it.
Wait, I heard a different thing.
No, I played tennis with him for a while.
That sucks ass. Wait, so you didn't jump to the center?
No, that's too risky.
It's late in the
That
run.
is just, yeah, I can't do that strat.
I would never even think about doing that in single segment.
It's for all the money, dude. It's all or nothing, baby.
So you're supposed to have some kind of gauntlet right there, but you don't in this. So
I'm supposed to have a hole.
Yeah, you have to have a roll.
you're supposed to have a lot of stuff here by now, but I
And
don't.
yeah, the inventory's good there.
List some items he skipped. He skipped Gold Gauntlets, Silver Gauntlets, Requiem of Spirit. Let's see.
Every medallion.
You really gonna
All
go
the
with that?
Phantoms, skips the Bolero Fire, the Serenade, the Iron Boots. He skipped the Water Temple, he skipped, like, everything.
Boomerang.
He skipped the Slingshot, he skipped the regular bomb bag,
I skipped the Stone of Agony.
he skipped the Mirror Shield,
Skipped the
he skipped Saria's Song.
adult wallet.
So yeah, he skipped a lot of stuff.
Skipped. I don't know if he said spiritual stones or not.
Yeah, the 3 spiritual
Like,
stones.
Okay. I use.
And ironically, he skipped the Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
Mirror Shield.
There's a lot. Let's just say that.
So he listed the wall right there to reduce lag.
Okay, watch this. I hate it. Look how close I was to missing though. Why there are so many slashes that thought I missed, but I barely got it.
Come on, Gandorf.
And there's nothing you can do about this. I hate it.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Just gotta hope for the best.
This just cancel out your
God, yeah.
It's a lot of
Look at
damage.
that lag. That lag's tasty.
N64.
Alright. Anything
3,
like
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
nice. It's really hard to single cycle him.
Yeah, the timing's very strict.
So he stored that jump slash with the Master Sword, it's 4 HP, and then 10 crouch stats is 40 damage.
Oh yeah, look at that 1.0 blood.
No red blood.
Yeah.
Ganondorf, that's insane that he pulled off a single cycle with late into a run. So, wow.
It's pretty easy to mess up the timing there, especially after an hour.
Hour's not really that long.
Yeah, but just think of the child.
It was harder on TSA back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but TSA didn't have to do as much stuff. You have to optimize movement. He just ran everywhere or rolled everywhere.
Dude, his rupee route was unmatched.
Basically an hour now is probably harder than 5 hours back in the day.
Yeah, it's true. Even with all this, like, skips, these skips aren't easy, like, doing them all in a, like, the bomb shoot, teleport, hover boots and all that, it's, like, really rough.
The hardest things in his run were probably the bosses.
Dude, his
You know,
Mongo
I-
fight was pretty good. I gotta give him props.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Okay.
Bombed out play.
I think this run will finally shut up all the people saying that Guano Bull was the greatest human ever.
That's right. He invented guano walking, and that's all that needs to be said.
I want to walk on purpose if like 2 times in this run. I mean, I don't need a sidewalk. I don't need to change my angle or anything. So.
Yeah, Guano walking through is the slowest form of movement besides rock.
There's always moonwalking.
Before I got to the castle, before it turned night, or on the bridge before it turned night, I would move on, and the style children would try to kill me.
Oh, he's running there, by the way, because he has to wait for Zelda anyway. So by backwalking and side hopping, wouldn't save him any time.
And I'm using anti-lag strats.
Yeah, see, upping against the bars.
Holding Z as much as possible.
When you're not looking at certain objects, the game doesn't think they exist in a way. So, like
Yeah, there's many instances where you can drop a bomb in front of like a boulder and then look away from it and it just doesn't explode. I mean, the bomb explodes but the boulder doesn't go away. So it's like the boulder unloads to save memory in the game.
Okay, you're gonna almost, I was so nervous when the style flows back right here. I got so close to failing. Just watch, you won't believe it.
the end of this
This
run
is the hardest fight in the game, probably, to Stalfos.
With the boulders on the molten boulders on the
Yeah,
ground.
it's not even a joke. Like, this is the one enemy, if any, that they programmed really well.
Like, they teamed up on me. I couldn't do anything but watch this crap. It's so unfair. Okay. One shield.
Oh my god.
Oh,
You got kind of lucky there, buddy.
Oh,
That's not the only time that happened either. Dude,
Wow, yeah. Oh my
look at that.
That's deep.
Oh, damn. Or if they should have just put a bunch of stuff on.
Dude, they're completely teaming up on me. It's not fair.
Out of every enemy in every Zelda game, this is probably the most powerful.
Magtails are pretty strong.
Yeah, Magtails.
And I got hit once, but it's all good. And I got harsh just in case if I got hit by rocks or anything.
Okay. Cosmo, for Redux, we better use those Falcos.
We just leave that room at the same.
Yeah.
We just paste that room in every dungeon. Nice.
Yeah. I don't know what to say. You're gonna see one of the most crazy parts of this run in a minute. Just tell me how mind blown I was.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ganon fight.
Yeah, it's during the Ganon fight. And you can probably imagine what happened.
Yeah, I can imagine too.
Yeah. CFG never attempted no major skips today. Instead of popping a single segment today, he would do it. And he just played.
CFG's gonna do MST, and we're gonna commentate that.
Oh, yeah.
He's gonna be like years before he does it though.
Any run from now on, commentation team.
Yeah, this has got me hyped to do a new MM run.
Yeah, I think this is a really good team of commentary.
I
I
started
really
my
like these people.
I sent my quality test to SBA today because Pokey motivated me to this run.
Pokey is the group that holds us together.
Yeah, I am the life of that.
At about this point, Pokey was spamming the IRC with capital letters about how well he was doing.
Pokey, how fast is your heart racing right now?
I'm not as fast as it is about to be. So sharp.
Oh yeah, he still has one more glitch to do before the run's out.
Yeah, that's right.
And he's only got 4 bombs.
I got some major bomb drops here. We
So
should.
besides killing Ganon, who's viciously powerful, he still has to do one.
If you don't know, this is gonna be what's
King Sheriff.
Dude, I was so tempted to just skip the minor cutscene, but it would mess up the implementation.
Pokey, how did you finish the run with 3 hearts? Don't even understand.
King Shark, obviously.
It's so funny how the YouTube comments are like, this is fake when they see like a crazy video, but like the only thing they're really concentrated on is like the fact that the guy has 3 hearts, which is like normally possible in regular gameplay. It's like, come on people, you can skip the heart things.
Look at that.
Yep, that's a super slide.
Missed 2 super slides.
Alright, so like Link's like I guess you'd call it space is locked there during the super stride, and because of that the sword can't get knocked away. I mean, even though it does get knocked away during the cutscene, he actually keeps it.
Doesn't make any sense.
Okay, if you let go
Nothing in this game makes sense.
if you let go of the shoulder here, then you'll end up ruining it. So my strat is to hold it with 4 fingers and pray for the best.
BC, it's probably impossible.
Yeah. I can't believe I wanted to do this run originally on VC. I would just be back walking through the field and then.
I remember ZFG was fighting Twin Rover once, and he was on a wave bird, and the thing like glitched out, and like Twin Rover hit him with a fire blast.
It happened to me one time in a race, and I had gotten Spirit Temple boss key skip first try.
Do not use wave birds. That's
Yeah, wave birds are terrible.
No.
I
Here goes the
Okay,
flat
roll
position.
50 like typical tail.
I swear my jump slash. Oh, I think it's right here. Watch. I was actually run forward. Look at all those bump jumps.
Oh, man.
Oh my god.
Alright, so basically Ganon is going to want to KO you every time if you have 3 hearts. But you're invincible during the end of your roll. So Pokey happened to be rolling right there.
Wow.
And he's using the slow, safe strategy right now.
The reason he's able to kill him so fast is because he has a Master Sword, which does a lot of damage. Even though it looks like the Master is also over there.
There's 2 of them. And on
They
one
can't dual wield.
if you saved, you didn't have the Master Sword, but you're here on version 1.0, you would go back to the Temple of Time and you'd be swordless.
Yeah, it's a classic glitch.
It's old school. Dude, right here, I was like, okay, 3 more hits. And then I missed right there. Dude, look at this crap. Okay, I'm kind of nuked right here.
Hell yeah.
I was running.
It's
I was already running towards him, so I was like, oh, what the heck? My nerves can't take this anymore. Then right here, I was like, 1 more hit. And right here, I typed done.
got done.
Not quite yet, it's to do a lot.
Well, I mean, yeah, whatever. I cheated.
I feel like you have to be.
Yeah, calling everything 2 minutes early. But, yeah, as if she's never gonna finish this run.
Should submit to 315.
Yeah, I want to see that 315.
It's on his old computer, and his old computer's broken.
Oh yeah, he never actually did it then.
Yeah, he's...
Alright, run over.
Yep, alright, that's when the timing stopped. And the time started as soon as the intro cutscene was finished and ended just there. So if you time it all out, according to Pokey, it's 1 hour, 60 minutes, and 54 seconds, which is an amazing time.
I did this run on Japanese a few months ago, and I got 1 hour and 21 minutes. And Japanese has a ton of advantages. The text is...
much faster.
The only advantage in Japanese is faster text. So if people think it's speed lane to play on.
Dude, it's like 7 to 8 minutes. It was 7 to 8 minutes faster.
But it's just
Which, yeah, but
entirely fast. And here are the stages you never got free.
Yeah.
poor Cosmo.
Cosmo's like, sorry to break the news, but all the sages are dead.
That's my theory.
So yeah, it's Ocarina of Time 80%, single segment.
I mean, you keep commenting to the video.
It was a pretty solid run through and through.
Yeah.
Some small hiccups, but that was it really.
Yeah, well, the small hiccups are to be expected. Like, the only thing I can really think of as a time saver would be using a bomb shooter to mega flip into the water after you leave everything.
Staircase trial skip is the biggest time saver I think.
Saves like 10 seconds.
Yeah, that saves like 10 seconds, and I think the Hess would save about 10 seconds, maybe more.
The hiss was just to show off that I ended up messing up horribly. What the? It's pretty. It doesn't seem like it, but I'm full of luck stuff. So, originated. Half the time I'll get in, half the time I won't.
Yeah, it's hard to see, like, where you could save any more, like, real time. We would need some sort of, like, crazy thing.
You could do the jump to the center on Ganondorf fight.
Oh, yeah, that would actually save some good time, but it's risky.
Yeah, at the end of, after an hour and 10 minutes into the run, why would you risk something like that?
You could go for less bomb drops. You'd have to just be perfect with your bomb usage.
Yeah.
Instead
Yeah,
of
they
running
never
out
super slide and don't mess up.
like that.
Just need better, like, super perfect gameplay for the entire thing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know about the pressure jumps, because I don't know how much time some of those bombs save. And like the rock slide bomb, super slide, that only saves like 4 seconds.
That's 4 seconds of awesomeness, though.
Yeah, I know, but like if you were trying to cut down on your bombs.
Yeah, skip 5 bombs, maybe.
Yeah. I'm done with it. I don't care.
Yeah, that was in fall.
Yeah, it's up to the next person, whoever wants to tackle it.
This one's probably gonna be up for quite a while, I imagine, because everybody's busy racing instead of doing runs.
Well, NDX is gonna do it. Hey, wait, how do I have Ocarina of Time?
Let's not talk about that guy. Okay.
Yeah, no one ever finishes Zelda.
It's so rare when we actually get a new run. Like if you look at SDA, what was the last one? Like before the door time skip was even found? Are you serious? That's like
yeah. So we have a lot of people capable of runs, but our standards are so high that we never actually do them.
Yeah, like people try, but we just can't finish them.
Especially because new tricks being discovered in the middle.
Yeah,
like what was it? Just two nights ago was it when we found a really easy Bolero and Minuet cutscene skips?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just like 2 nights ago we found that. So who knows what will happen tomorrow?
I never skipped. That's it. Oh, by the way, his name is A, so it saves time, not for his actual name is A. First start today.
Yeah. I've like so motivated runner guy will get later to do segmented.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna get started on that tomorrow.
The mega flip.
On that segment 1.
Yeah.
Segment 1's too hard. I don't know.
I know. I got
boxes, dude.
Honestly, the biggest thing I'm looking forward to now would be the Medallions, Stones, Trials run, single segment.
Seriously, DFG should finish.
DFG's working on it, but
no, he's not. He's playing Mario Galaxy right now.
Now he's playing Mario Galaxy too, and we don't know.
And right when that finishes, right when he's done with that, he's gonna play the new Metroid game.
Yeah. So, MST, by the way, which is the one we're talking about now, is where you'll see this game again, only actually beating all the temples, unlike Pokey.
Yeah, you would beat the eight temples, and you would not do the trial skip in Ganon's castle. Also, you would not do the memory manipulation with the bottles.
Yeah. It's like complete opposite and entertainment. Like, it's completely entertaining to the entire run. Opposite of this one.
Yeah.
Like this is like the pure speed run where you just like you just break apart the game, and there's a lot of hard stuff, but you miss out on a lot of cool other stuff you can do because the run's so short.
Pretty much every dungeon there are tricks to save time, like large tricks. For instance, Water Temple, the thing that kills so many people who are bad at this game, is finished in about 3 minutes. And just in every dungeon, there's a lot of tricks. So
Fire Temple is least broken, I think.
Yeah, if that run ever goes up, make sure to watch it.
And that would replace Kazui's run right now, which is still pretty relevant. But we get cut off an hour.
What's this sound converted to NTSC?
It's like 4 hours.
Something. It's like, yeah, about 4 hours.
Okay, thanks. And then GFG's run's gonna be like 312. So
yeah, 312 is the goal right now.
Okay.
Thinking sub 3 would be like the holy grail.
Kazui's is 356, and GFG's aiming for 312. So,
Yeah, he had it 315, but his computer just happened to mess up and he can't submit it.
He wasn't happy with it, even though I was.
Yeah, we've never seen it because he never showed it, but we all like the time that he doesn't.
He cut out the Jabba section. Posted
Oh yeah, he did.
Our theory is that he doesn't even own Ocarina of Time, he just gets his little sister to play for him.
he buys videos off the internet.
He just TAS's everything.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Speaking of TASs, the Japanese TAS of this game is very poor quality. Don't think the game optimized to the limit. It is not. You probably save 5 minutes off of that. So, just warning those.
Just in the Dampy race, you could probably take off like 30 seconds.
Dude, they accepted Guano's runs, so don't be surprised if they accepted that one.
It's true.
Dude, if Iguana listens to this, he's gonna kill you.
Dude, I don't care. Just watch Guano's Rupee route, and you'll be endlessly entertained.
Just watch how he reads the stick text release.
Yeah. Oh god. So good.
Rio Good task guys working on it now.
I heard they are.
So look out for the new TAS soon.
Yeah, by Bloob, aka that's Swordless Link.
Yeah, I think Swordless Link is gonna upload this run.
Wow.
Yeah, he PM'd me like when we were commentating saying he would.
We heard.
No, you didn't. Stop lying.
Alright. Just 'cause I never got to use this during the run. I was happy. Waiting for that bad time to comment.
No, there's still 2 minutes and 40 seconds left.
All these credits showing all these places in the game that you didn't really go to.
Yeah.
Showing all these saves you didn't save.
Yeah.
I'm totally gonna talk even though nobody's gonna hear me.
Hi, Andy.
What's
Oh,
up,
yeah.
man?
What's up?
This is Amy Meow, the person who was recording the audio.
Nah, Ring Rush, they're not gonna hear me.
You can't hear Andy, but he's definitely talking right now.
Alright, so some guy you can't hear is talking, and we're not.
Or not.
He's one who found out there was dick nuts in bottom of the well, which used to be helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in the day.
Only usefulness.
Well, it's
What
useful.
are you guys talking about? I still use that. Didn't write my
Nah, dude, pause bump for it all day.
I'm trying not to pause before mini stuff, but
So now what is the timeline split? What's going on here?
Yeah, and this is what caused all like the millions of arguments on game FAQs.
in my opinion, it goes Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, Majora's Mask, Wii Sports.
Wait,
We-
Well, thanks for Ocarina in the timeline.
Alright, I guess we're signing off now. This is
No, we gotta listen to Barrel Beat.
Yeah,
No.
Pokey.
No. Dude, I wouldn't.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, this is Cosmo. You guys should sign off, I guess.
I doubt anybody's still listening.
yeah.
The goods were definitely hit.
Yeah, Gianna.
I accept. I'm not a verifier, but I accept.
Yeah, they should definitely be accepted, like, for sure.
I thought that Gianna would be all like, you missed a super slide redo.
I was pretty frustrated, but I can look past it.
So, Gianna, I hear you're going to do a sub 2 Majora's Mask run. Can you
I
tell us
already
about
did.
Pretty good, honest, yeah.
We're gonna do even better though, so just look out for that.
Alright, so how long until I press stop?
0
20
approves.
10 seconds, maybe.
Whenever you want, dude.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
Good stuff, Pokey is a good run.
Yeah, thanks.
I'll miss you all.
Okay,